Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to continue our series where we take a look at how to set up the Hudson build server for usage on a .NET based application. In the first episode we took a look at how we can set up Hudson to pulse a version and build run our NAND script so we can get simple builds up and running. In this episode we're going to take a look at how we can set up Hudson to execute our NUnit results or NUnit test as well as display those results on the screen. Hudson has the capability via plugins to run not only MSTest run and display MSTest, but also do the same thing with NUnit. And we're going to primarily focus on NUnit today because both MSTest and NUnit test result display are the same mechanism. We're also going to take a look at how you can convert MSTest results to NUnit because it's common in many places to have both formats laying around. And in my particular case at work, we actually have legacy tests that are MSTest and new tests that are NUnit. And I don't really want to display those in two result charts on the screens for the build, so I've actually found a way that you can convert the MSTest to an NUnit format. Hudson can then suck those in and display them as if they're all NUnit results. So let's go ahead and get started. If you've not already downloaded the MSTest and the NUnit plugins for Hudson, you need to do that now. And you can go to the Manage Hudson and then go into the plugins and then find the appropriate plugins, download and install it. And you'll have those up and running and ready to go. So let's go ahead and create our new job. We're going to call this Image Sizer with Test. And I'm actually utilize a feature of Hudson, which is copying the existing job. What this will do is it'll take the settings from the existing job and suck them into my new job. So I can save myself some time and effort. Let's go ahead and click OK. And you can see that it does remember my subversion settings, my polling, even my NAND script. Now, what we're going to want to do here is set this up so it'll actually build and run our unit test. And then once we've done that, we want to come down to our published unit test results, check that. And when you check that, it will actually give you a text line that you can type into. And if you are looking for what goes in here, you can always check the help icon and it will actually display some information for you. So let's go ahead and type in what we need here. And we're going to go ahead and take some stuff I've pre-typed in. You can see I've cheated and run through this once before. And I can sit there and I can tell you that what this is going to do, it's going to look for tests in your automated build output unit test output directory. And let's go ahead and click Save. So now we've saved this, let's go ahead and click Build Now. And we'll let this actually build and run through our script for us real quick. So you can see this is running here. Let's go ahead and click into this and get some information on this. And by looking at the console output, I can see that it did finish running our unit test. If I come back into here, you can see it ran with no failures. Now there's one thing to point out. I've noticed that when using the NUnit plugin with Hudson, the first time you run the project or run the job, it won't actually display the results. So if you click it twice, it actually will display the results. It might just be a bug in the plugin, I don't know, but clicking it twice will actually resolve that issue. Now as you can see, when it's finished running the second time, I do get my results. And now I have 5 results. Now this is pretty cool, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Thing to pay attention to when you set up your configuration is that your pathing to your XML file is correct. And you can also notice here that I'm actually wildcarding it, so you don't actually have to provide the exact file name. One issue I found with using the MSTest is it does actually prefer you to provide the exact file name. Now another thing I said we'd take a look at is how to modify a build script so that it will take your MSTest and convert those to NUnit format. And let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. So we have this build script here to build with mstest.build. And this was actually generated in a previous episode where we talked about how you can run MSTest through NAND. If you're not familiar with that, please go check that out. Now, what we've done here, and I'm not going to spend the time typing this in, I'll just review what we've done. We've added a call to a new target called test convert MSTest to NUnit output. And what this does is it actually will utilize the MSXSLT exe, which will convert will convert XML files from one file format to the other. And there's an XSLT file out on the net I found, and I'll provide that as part of the download, as well as a link to the author, that will actually take MS build files and convert them to NUnit. And so what we have here is just a little target here that will loop through, find all my .trx files and convert those to .xml files for me. That way I can then suck them into Hudson. So let's take a look. Let's go bounce back to Hudson. Only thing we're going to need to do here is change our build file from our NUnit only to our MSTest. And let's go ahead and click Save. And if I click Build again, it should actually now run with the new build script. It will take the converted files and it should display the new ones in my trend result list. We'll let the auto refresh do its job. And you can see that I now have doubled my test results. So what I've been able to do is convert the MS test to NUnit and have Hudson display those as if they were always NUnit. So as you can see, in about 7 or 8 minutes, we've been able to incorporate the running and displaying of NUnit test results within Hudson. We've also taken a quick look at how you can utilize an XSLT converter to take MS test, convert those to the NUnit format, and Hudson can then consume those as well, and nobody knows the difference. So I hope you learned something. Until next time.